Hello everyone. Oh no, chat's not there. I don't like when the chat's not there. So sorry, I'm 10 minutes late and we're going for the wet look today, the sleek back wet look. No, I'm only joking, Matt. I was running late, so I was catching up with someone on the phone, which basically again, catching up with someone on the phone for me is never not helping somebody, do you know what I mean? So it was basically like a session over the phone, so it held me back a bit, but all divine timing, so my hair's wet, so I'm just going to try and, because I want to keep this to about 30, 40 minutes, my hair probably will go, I'll put a clip in basically. I'll deal with that after because I want to dry it straight. I also don't suit this colour, so I'm experimenting. For some reason, I've been guided to put the hot pink nail varnish on, and that's why I chose to wear this top. And if you're like, why the fuck are you talking about your hair and what you're wearing? Because, well, if you followed me for the past, nearly 10 years, you'll know that what I wear, whether it's got words on it or not, the colours, it's always got something to do with it. And to me, pink is about unconditional love, self-love. It's just a bit of a fucker for me that I don't suit this colour. So I'll be able to assess it better when I watch it back. But I just remember when I've done colour stuff before, I'm like, it's not my colour, like red is. But I'm liking my nails this colour. It's nice for a change. So maybe it's a sign one of you needs a bit of a change, but right, I'm going to put in the stuff before people are here. So I know this is very early for some of you, so well done if you're managing to get up. And like I don't know if you caught my post, but I've been, when I was sitting in meditation yesterday, I was getting a lot of guidance about things, and basically I've done what I needed to do, clearing wise and activation wise for people through the Lionsgate, and because the last energy was yesterday. So I'm going to see how I go with this week and see if I like this or not, basically, and if I can keep to it around the 30, 40 minute. And basically, if I either can't keep to it being that length and it's eating into my time with other things I want to do, like, um, and it's meaning that I can't film the pre-recorded videos, then I'm not doing this yet, you know what I mean? So I'm going to this week. It's all about experimenting, so I'm teaching people to experiment. I'm basically seeing how I go with the live streams at this time, although I'm not going to be here on Thursday. And then I'm also going to do a twin flame therapy recorded video. It's 111 alignment, new beginnings. Um, and yeah, if I can keep up with that and I like it, then I'll continue it. But my kind of feeling is I might take a bit of a breather after Friday and just come back to this when I feel more like it, because just the energies are so intense. And wait a minute, I'll just sort of say this while I'll continue. I'll just sort of say this while nobody's here. Um when I've done group work before, right, like specific, like, private groups, or being a part of other people's groups when I was on Facebook and stuff, I couldn't do it for very long because I tune into people's energy on such a deep level, the telepathy, as in you've seen what happens on the videos, that's not just recently, that's happened the whole time. If you've been around the whole time, you know this. Um, yeah, I tune into what's going on with people, mind, body, and soul very, very deeply. And because there's so many people going through a lot of very intense stuff out there, um, yeah, I'm trialing everything. So I'm trialing, the I mean, I've not even put out the big parts of the membership, but I'm trialing that and I'm seeing how I go with that. But I'm already tuning into people in quite a big way. It's just hard for me quite to describe. Like, I already tune into people just subscribe to the channel. But when it niches down to like a more smaller group, it's more intense for me. And that's why I took a couple of years break, because it was too much. So basically, if I start feeling like that, no way. Oh wow, that's amazing. 13, 13, 13. It's the 13th of August and it's 13, 13 right now. So, and that is definitely Scorpio energy, transformation. The death card energy springs to mind. Divine feminines are up 13 as well. Oh my God, and I'm being drawn to a black cat on the back of those Halloween cards. It's reminding me of like things to do like superstition, which I don't believe in superstition and all that, but it's kind of reminding me of that, 13 being unlucky, but it's not unlucky, it's just inverted stuff. But yeah, so basically I'm just, Mercury retrograde, testing things out and stuff like that. So we'll see how we go. Like I said, I'm seeing how I find these daily lives, seeing if I can fit in getting back to the pre-recorded videos. along with my clients, because I've got a client later on tonight. And if I can manage it okay and I'm not tearing my hair out, then, but I'm not going to really judge it on this week either. And this week's astrology is very intense. Like full moon in Aquarius is very, very intense, unpredictable. It's all about ascension. It's all about spiritual awakening. It's all about unpredictability, which is again what I'm here. This is everything I'm here to help you with through these times. But yeah, I'm just going with the flow. So I'm just sort of sharing a wee bit of that for everyone. And yeah, so let's get into it. So yes, I pinned, oh, this is really annoying. I'm going to have this phone sitting here because I can't see the chat. Just laughing at my hair. Yeah, right, so. Right, so until people, I mean, like I said, when I do this, I'm just going to pick up the cards and just tune in generally and see what wants to come through. So I'll chat to people if they're there and you feel like talking. Otherwise, I'll just tune in to what's about generally. So, right, I feel we'll just start off with what I'm feeling before I sort of shuffle the cards and everything. I definitely feel there's a lot of awareness coming about for divine masculines, like regards to gender, about basically just how much they have sabotaged um this connection. So however far you got with whatever it was you were, I just feel that is really strongly in the air. I've noticed it, like I've put in the comments, like it was crazy. Like I went to film a video like 6, 7 times yesterday. I did eventually film one, and I couldn't be bothered watching it back because the energy was so draining. But there's so much confusion right now with twin flames. It's like not me, thank God, but I'm watching it play out with a lot of folk, and it's hello Charlotte, how are you doing? So just basically what I'm trying to say is, this happens every single year. So if you have tuned into me for this is the third year running with the Lionsgate portal, you'll know that I always go live for an extended period of time, like I've done. You'll know that the union energy is really, really heightened at this time of year. You'll know all of this. So for people that are new or that weren't on that weren't around and didn't know all of this, I'm just sort of saying it again. Because Mercury retrograde is about going over stuff as well. Actually, as well, they're guiding me. So something that's come up recently as well, right? I'm just sort of a blanket statement. I know everybody knows this, it's here all the time, but for people that need a reminder or for new people, one of the strong, strong things I'm very strong about, right, when I do this work is um like you'll notice if so for instance like I don't do that anymore, like I don't just sort of pull people's cards willy-nilly. I never have done. And if I'm doing cards like free cards, I ask somebody like like say Charlotte's here today, I'll be like, look, would you like a card? And I wait until they say yeah, even if the likeliness that they're going to say yeah is very high, which most of the time it is. I never just assume. So I go by that rule for everyone that basically like I encourage people like don't read other people's energy without their permission basically. So for by all means like share stuff and that's coming up, but if you feel a strong calling to tell somebody something, like just sort of say first like is it okay if I say something or that, you know what I mean? Because if we just say it and like what if the person wasn't okay, but you've put it out there, and if I've not got like if I'm busy and I can't moderate, like if it's live, if it's in the comments, that's all right. It'll get caught in the filter, and I'm just sort of saying to people because I just want to be open and transparent about it. You might be like, hey, I left a comment and it's not appeared. If it's not appeared, it's probably because you've done that. If you've done like again, I've not got loads of rules like that's the one that Charlotte, because you've been around a long time. I'm very strong about that. Because it's just I'm here to protect people's boundaries and also my own. Like if ever, because I've had that. Because again, a lot of the time, you know what I mean. Like people always do it from a good place. But if somebody's like, oh, I'm feeling this or I'm feeling this about your connection, like if somebody does that to me, like that doesn't happen a lot. But when they do, I don't appreciate it. Like you know what I mean? It's not fair when I'm out here doing this for everyone. So just basically, I know it always comes from a good place, but just be mindful of that. Yeah. So basically, like I said, and you don't. So just everybody, it's just I've caught a few things in the comments where people are doing that. So it's nothing that's happened live or anything like that. It's just so that everybody knows. General blanket statement, like I said. But sometimes I have to be mama boundaries with stuff like that. Um, so yes, thank you. Because like I said, it's not easy for me to like say stuff like that, and just basically although I'm good at teaching people boundaries, it can be difficult for me to say it. But like again, if we people please our way through life, and it would just annoy me. Like if I'm saying because it happens every now and again, and it's so right. Anyway, let's get on with this. So, that washing machine is going to annoy me though, it keeps going off. So, yeah, I do just kind of feel there's this, it's very Scorpio energies actually. I feel there's a deep pain coming up in a lot of the masculines that are awakening, realizing that just realizing everything that's happened. So with whatever's happened in your connection, and also like I picked up on like quite a lot of jealous energy as well over the weekend. Always do in a Scorpio moon. So I'm just going to shuffle these and see what comes out. But yeah, just in general, you'll notice that. And again, keep it classy. We'll not kind of mention names, but I've noticed loads of different people going through their own deep awakenings, as in like awakening to things not being what they thought they were, or their person not being who they thought their person was. And again, this is stuff that this is what I've helped people with this whole time. Like I've helped loads of people realize that sometimes it's not that's not your twin flame. That is like a trauma bond, but a trauma bond, or a karmic partner, a false twin flame, all these different kind of things. And it's always been my get that I can actually see it. If I see photos of people or I see people in video, I can tell when that's somebody's twin flame or not. And usually when I think it to myself, it might take a couple of years, but I'll see it play out, which isn't really very nice. It's not nice to watch people go through stuff like this. But again, it's just different people's awakening, ascension journeys. So just, stay in your own lane kind of thing is what I'm going to say to you. And if you are experiencing similar where you're like world's kind of spinning all and it's like, oh, what's going on, it's like, then book a personal session if you trust me, or book a personal session with somebody that basically can support you with this stuff. But just be careful because there's a lot of people out there that can make it look like they know what they're talking about. Oh shit, I'm saying it, I'm saying that energy's coming out again. This is why I tried to film it 6 times yesterday, because I'm like, I don't want to go too controversial, but you know how this works. Like I've saged, I've Palo Santoed, I've Florida watered, I've the asthma guys kind of tone it down. I've done all that shit, and the same stuff is like coming out of my mouth. So I'm just gonna have to roll with it. It's like we're in Aquarius full moon already. It's like, yeah, there's people that can, if people haven't done the deeper shadow work, they can put on quite a good front in public, but behind the scenes, they could be going through a lot themselves, and they might be quite confused about who they are in their own twin flame journey. So, just be aware of that, because it's like with mediumship too. That's why I say that. Like, the message is only going to be as clear as the person is. So I'm always wary. If somebody is giving weird messages about not knowing exactly who their person is, or being a bit, I don't know, shifty about it, or doing all this kind of strange stuff like separating kingdom spouse from twin flames, and or just got, yeah, just like you said, it's different people with different journey. Then I'm just wary, so I tend to, I go to God basically. That's what I'm saying. Go to God about your connection, or go to somebody that you trust. I'm humbled. I've got people that come to me about the trust, but I think it's because I don't fall into that category of I don't do twin flame readings. Like you'll notice, there's the only thing that's on my price list that is remotely like that is twin flame therapy, and that is basically it's therapy, it's counselling. I've just called it twin flame therapy because it is twin flames that I'm giving the therapy to. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's because anybody doing that one-to-one work with me, it's about me helping you balance your own inner union. I can't speak, Mercury retrograde. Balance your own inner union to eventually come into a physical union. But that takes so much work and effort. And it's like, it really irks me when you've got people that have not been on the journey that long, helping loads and loads of people, and like, from a good place, a lot of them. But if people are not transparent about um different sorts of things that are going on, but for them, it's, and I can feel it, with different, like I said, I can just feel that's going on. It feels very linked to, like what I said, like Atlantis, Lemuria, Avalon. Like it feels linked to ancient times. And I did channel this message out yesterday on a pre-recorded video, so I haven't watched it back, but it was the same. They're pulling me the words past life. That past life healing card from the Twin Flame Ascension deck has come out 3 times in a row. Oh, they're through there. Wait a minute, I've got my shorts on. I'll just sort of slide away to the side. So I want to see, slide away. Oasis might be. I know my best assets, guys, and it's not my legs. Um, especially not right now. But I love myself unconditionally. Right, we'll put this here. So I'm not doing my felony favours there, and I thought that I suit with it, right? Yeah, basically that's the gist of it, right? So I can't be bothered channeling about this loads, but I can just feel it so strongly. This past life shit keeps coming up because there's just there's stuff from past lives being played out where you've got people posing as like, gurus and that and this isn't just about twin flames, this can be about loads of things in a different way. But I'm just because I'm a twin flame teacher, I'm talking about this because it is a thing that just always say that. Just be careful. I've done it over the years, because like I said, like that is what I have to stress. They make me stress this, right? That it's like this has come up in personal readings before for me when people have read my energy that I don't get enough respect for how long I've been on this journey and for actually being a real twin flame, going through the real journey, like experiencing the separation, the pain and the beautiful parts of it, and my expertise and everything that I've helped other people through. So I'm just that is what yeah, it's coming up really strongly. And it's like time always proves it. With what I'm seeing play out with others that are like people with big massive channels that are helping people, that are confusing the fuck out of people. And I know that I've connected with people I've connected with others in personal sessions that have shared similar, like that they've thought it happened on other platforms or you've experienced similar. So I'm just sort of saying, I hope, like I'd said this in another video, but listen, I'm a hot mess, right? I'm sitting here, I nearly came here with a towel on my head, right? And I just put the makeup on because I thought I'm not sitting another day in my job. Like I just felt like I wanted to get ready because I don't want this day to run away again and I want to just see if I can stick to the time and then get off and get other stuff done. But I do feel passionate about this, right? That it's like, this isn't always fun. It's excruciatingly painful at times and difficult to help people through this ascension process. And so I know that the people that that people do appreciate me showing up, however much I want to show up and what I do, and I appreciate people that I've booked recently, and the group circle that was fun. I'm going to try and work out how often I can do that, but I did enjoy it. But like I said, it's to do it all the time would be quite intense, I feel, but as well as now having a membership when I've not even got the other levels of membership. But yeah, I'm just sort of working it out as I go along too. But the one thing I'm not working out as I go along is I have got lots of experience working with many, many different twin flames over 10 years now. I might have had Crystal Clear Vision's YouTube channel 9 years, but I've had the rest, was doing other things for 10 years plus. And I do know what I'm talking about. Um, so yeah, so and I'm saying that for everyone else that deserves a bit of respect for, because again, I actually feel people that have been in huge separations of 10, 15 years and stuff, these are a lot of people that actually aren't out there talking about it like this. Like they're watching back, observing, um, probably saying what I'm just a spokesperson for them. That's usually the way it goes. So I'm just sort of speaking for others because it's like, yeah, it does feel like, it's not, it's complicated because it's not that other people that talk about this aren't real, but it's that it's when I see mistakes made, I don't see a lot of people taking accountability and just owning it. I see like backtracking and making up weird stories and shit like that. So, anyway, push that aside. So, um, right, what have we got? So, because I said this, so basically something. Oh yeah, look, Holy Grail code receive the gift. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to see a lot of the facade. You're going to see a lot of the basically what I'm saying is there's people just regurgitating others' information. This is very Piscean, right? So with Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, Pisces is a beautiful, unconditional love, sign of kindness, very soulmate twin flames, but it's also copying confusion, illusion, trickster energy. And Saturn's work and Neptune is dreams. Well, Neptune rules Pisces, so it's dreams, anything spiritual. And this is what we're seeing when people work in again, it's not like I said, it's not just twin flames, it's everything spiritual. But it's like you're just seeing the genuine from the fake, and you're seeing the people that know who they are and own it and have integrate their shadow, and the people that are a bit lost and what they put out in public is one thing, what they are behind closed doors is another. And I've given plenty of examples over the times of when I've been uncomfortably guided to book with people thinking they were one thing and then on the thing they're not that. So, and it's like, I never have any of that. People don't, it's like, what you see is what you get. What you'll get here is happy, clappy, bubbly, sometimes intense like today. Like it feels like we're still in a Scorpio moon or a Capricorn moon right now with the energy that's coming through. Or Aquarius moon, and it is Aquarius full moon in a week. But the difference on a Zoom is it's really intense, isn't it, Charlotte? Like you described, it is the compassionate cocoon. That is what you called it, isn't it? It's like if you're going through deep inner child work, you need to have a good cry, or we need to, again, sometimes it's really uncomfortable sessions where and people need their ego checked. Like that happens often because I'm an expert at helping people with their shadow work. Like I'll sit for so long and I'll let somebody put on the front and I'm okay and everything's okay and I'm great and I'm great at everything and however the ego wants to show up. And then, and then the person eventually lets the guard down. It depends how well somebody knows me. Most people that come to me know me really well, so they just know that it's like they're wasting their own time and they're actually kind of, I wouldn't say wasting mine because I've got patience for it, but it's, it's basically what I'm saying is I'm here to help people with that stuff. So the sooner you can admit where you have difficulty, the better. And that's why I try to, as much as sensible as possible, do that about what I'm going through, either while I'm going through it or when it feels a bit too intense, I will go over it like maybe like 6 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years later. Because Love the Cocoon was a lovely, yeah, it was a lovely circle. Yeah, you all really harmonized really well. But it'd be interesting when there's more people. I always like to, like, you know what I mean? What will it be like when there's more? Because I have had that in my previous membership groups where there was like, there would be like 8 people. And then sometimes somebody couldn't come, but most of the time there would be. But I don't know. Oh, look, now it's 13:31, mirrored numbers. So that brings me on to a point. So when I was getting that stomach pain, right, I filmed another video that you might never see, but you might, it depends. But it's only like, it's about 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. But I basically spoke about that because I just was in so much pain that I thought I'm just going to speak and see what comes out. And what I said was, this feels like it's to do with the soul merge, like it's to do with twin flames, like their energies merging together. And there is a card in this deck called soul merge. And then what was interesting was, I'll keep it anonymous, but I mean the person might come on and then you can say in the comments or live. One of you had mentioned that feeling like something about a soul merge too, and I was like, oh my God, that is what I actually said. So basically, this is, yeah, it's just something for you to be aware of, that when you are going through these aches and pains, like, I mean, I say this fairly often, I say it pretty much all the time, but I feel like it needs to be said again just so that other people are aware that, the various different aches and pains that you can get from Ascension are crazy, like from flu symptoms, thinking something's like a flu or something, but it's actually Ascension flu. But like I was saying, you still have to treat yourself like you're not well because your energy can be really beaten down. You can have physical, stomach pain, headache, so like I would say, after any session you do with me, any video really that you watch, but just make sure you're clearing your energy, drink loads of water, get loads of rest, integrate. It's why I don't, if I have a session with somebody, if somebody wants to have a session with me, like, 2 weeks later, I'll put you on. Like, there's no reason why you should be getting a session that much, unless it was therapy. We were actually doing weekly sessions. Um, you need to leave at least 3 weeks to integrate the energy because you will feel that soul retrieval happening and you'll feel your energy returning, your empowerment. Sometimes people feel it right away. Sometimes it's right on the 3 weeks from when we spoke. People feel this surge of energy, and especially now at the Lionsgate, like the shifts from any kind of personal sessions I'm doing right now or this group work. Now I'm looking at 13, 13, 33. So it's one free, one free, free, free. Ascended Masters in the house. Like it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be really strong. It's going to be intense. Because like I said, it's Aquarius full moon on Monday, and that to me is ascension, spiritual awakening. It's expect unexpected, shock, surprises, and that's why I'm saying like if you tune into several different people, you're going to see different. This happens every single year, and also the Mercury retrograde. You're going to see either people in the comments being like, oh my God, I just found out my twin flame was a false twin flame, or they were a counterfeit, or you're going to see the actual person saying that. And that's basically what I'm saying is the thing that you're going to get around here is consistency. I know who my twin flame is, and I just respect that he's wherever he's where he's at, and I'm at where I'm at. But I know who my twin flame is, right? And that's why I'm like, oh look, I've just been drawn his birthday numbers or this, that, and that's what I'm saying. I don't really see a lot of that out there because then it gives people scope to be like, oh, I always knew who it was. It was this person. You can't do that if you'd actually shown the person or whatever. But you just that I'm just noticing that theme. Along with like I said this in the video yesterday, um, like there's people that I used to follow that they just fell off the radar that'd be like, oh yeah, I'm in twin flame union and with my twin flame, right? And then it's like you think they've fallen off the radar because they're happy and they're in union, but they pop up like 6 months later and it's because it wasn't their twin flame. It was somebody else and they made a mistake. But this is what I'm saying. These people always appear and they don't actually say, I made a mistake. I got hoodwinked. I was tricked, you know? And like I've said, my theory is it's because some of the women are actually divine masculine. They don't fucking realise it. Like what happens on this channel? Like it's not always the way. You can't always assume that, but just I'm just saying it for if people are interested in this kind of stuff, because I want to help people, and it's so like I said, you know, I'm not perfect, but I'm honest, basically. Um, right. What have we got? So with that being said, so the reason I said all of that was because because I was sensing that pain was the soul merge. I must stress, right? I have to say this because it's like some people get this and some people don't. When I feel pain in my body, that's the type of shaman I am. Not everybody can actually do that or they experience it like that. I know when I sit and I ask what it is. So if I don't know in the moment, I ask later. So for instance, on one of the pain, like so that pain I felt before the actual Zoom, it was a few things. I was picking up on different people's menstrual cycle. I definitely feel feeling tuning into different women's menstrual cycles. But there was also, with one of the videos I've done, it was about a dark attachment. You'll see that in the last video. And they made me feel that ill so that I can like emphasize how bad it is. Like you'll be feeling ill for either, you know, it's an attachment can be an attachment of any kind. You know, it can be an addiction, it can be a person you're hanging around with, it can be a group, it can be a lover, it can be a friend, it can be a family member. But it's just something that is dragging down your energy and draining you, right? But also I see a lot more than I'll actually say in public. So for instance, when I am doing personal shamanic journeys in sessions, I can actually see like Leviathan spirit of pride and ego around people, regardless of gender. I can see like, you know, just like siphon and kind of energies like succubus. I was like it was escaping me. Succubus kind of energies and they can appear as like, you know, eel like figure. It's really hard, it's weird, right? I'm not gonna freak you out, but it's very, very real. So I know when I'm feeling I'm tuning into that energy, something draining my spirit. And that's why that video not long ago about there's a succubus around a masculine that is draining the masculine but draining the feminine's creativity through the masculine. You know, it's this stuff is really real. It's karmic soul ties. It's why I stress that all the time about be careful who you let touch you. I'm not even talking about romantically. Just be careful who you hug, who you shake hands with, who you share energy with in general. Because there's a lot of shapeshifters in these weird times that we live in. So again, that's a very heavy message as well. But like I said, because you know, someone actually, I could just say that Tina had shared something about soul merge, which was actually really interesting. And again, it's there is a soul, and again, it's all stuff that I know, but again, I don't look at things and I understand this stuff, but I don't talk in the technical terms. So things like quantum entanglement and that, like you're not going to hear me sit and giving you a lecture on that. That's not the way that I work, right? But it is very interesting people share stuff like this. So yeah, so if when Tina's here, you know, the next time or on the comments, you can or I could put that in the community tab actually. That's what I could do. If Tina, if you give me permission, if you email me back, let me know, then I could share the things that you shared. But basically, I want to use this deck because it's got soul merge, and it's a bit of a shame I can't find the book. But basically, that's what I'm saying is sometimes the pain that I am feeling is a negative attachment, and it's for whoever I'm reading energy for that resonates. You need to take on board that you need energy clearing because the person I just spoke to on the phone there, I'm doing an energy clearing with them at a later date because they've identified that, and it's always whoever I speak to before I do stuff, it's always going to have something to do with this. And sometimes I'm going to be feeling the soul merge taking place between twins that are going through that process, however close to union they are, I might add. Because again, if you are still in this process of needing to love yourself more and accept yourself and, integrate your shadow, the physical union is more than likely going to be quite a while away. Like that's what I'm saying about that's what I'm very serious about, that I don't think people understand, like when they're chucking about the labels twin flame and all that. Like some people are talking about twin flames and they don't really know what they're talking about. They're kind of going with this sort of pop culture. And that's when you can tell when somebody's like they'd only do it for a few years and then they sort of um will drop the label and start talking about something else. But it's picking up and putting it back. It's not consistent. It's picking something up and putting it back down. It's not. I wouldn't trust that. It's like, does this person know what they're here to do or not? Like, I know what my calling is, and it's to help true twin flames. So that's why, like I said, occasionally I don't get a lot of it because I put so much protection around the channel. When I get comments of people bashing their supposed masculine when they're actually talking about like a toxic karmic person or something, they're not getting through. But I don't get them a lot because I say don't send those people my way. If they're lost and they want help, send them. But I'm going to be able to better help them in a personal session so that they don't put all their shit all over the comments. And because I'm like I said, I'm a very old soul and I attract people that get it. That's why we don't get weird shit around here. So I'll help you. If you're lost, I'll help you. But I think I'm better in helping you privately so that it's not going all over the place. My membership expired yesterday. I'm hoping to re-up it today. Nathan, it should just automatically come out. So, yeah, it'll just automatically come out until you cancel it. And hello, by the way. But anyway, like I said, because this whole merger stuff is coming to awareness, but Tina made a good point the other day. Again, I was like, when I was like reading the comment, I was like, what does she mean? So she'd said something about electrolytes or something. So yeah, but basically, I don't know what bit because I can't remember watching the whole video back again. But I think it was because there was a card with a wee boy that wasn't well on the card. But I also picked up on some people's children that might be not feeling well, but that was actually in the membership. So this is why I was a bit confused. But Mercury retrograde. But yeah, it is just very wise that you are, like I said, drinking loads of water, integrating, getting enough rest, rest more than you think is wise if you need it, because you need to integrate because the energies of the Lionsgate portal are very strong, which is why that message was very strong. But anyway. I was seeing my twin's name yesterday everywhere. Oh, interesting. Right, so let's see. I want to see if this soul merger comes out. So like I said, very intense energies. But where is the strongest feminine collective at? So like I said, I'm a bit uncomfortable with some of the things that I've said, but when you see the other video, the card that came out, it was like your voice is powerful and you need to use it. And the other card was coming together. And basically what I'd said, I think I'm gonna have to put it out. What I'd said was this fuckery and confusion and the unhealed shadows of people and even people that are guiding people that are coming up to the surface so that everyone can just see the truth of things, like who knows what they're talking about and who. It's not that people don't, but they don't know as much as what they let on, and that's what I don't find very honest. And then, like I said, it is a bit unfair when you've got people that genuinely know what they're talking about that can help people heal to get them into inner union before the physical union. It's like I always say, anybody that comes to me for the first time, you'll know that. I'm not just going to sit and read your cards and tell you where your twin flame's at. I want to know where you're at. And for the first few sessions that we do together, it's about you. If somebody's making it all about their twin flame and they're not taking on board what I'm saying, I'm not going to be the person for you, because you do have to get to the point where you're very detached and you're in a place of surrender, but you're open to hearing from your twin flame, but you're not like obsessively waiting at the window and the phone and the door. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you do have to get like that. You have to get quite fed up with it all. And then it's then you're surrendering, and then that's ironically when things can happen. If you're holding too tightly onto things, you're stopping things from happening. Including who, again, like I say, including who you think the person is. Like you're only dead set about that when you can actually, there's no disputing that person's characteristics are within me. Like, and I see what, or I feel with what's in them is in me. If you're not that strong about it, then you need to work with somebody to work out why. You need to do soul retrieval. Falling like the stars is coming again. Can't be bothered with that. You need to keep doing the soul retrieval so that you know who you are and you're empowered, so that you're not going to be confused by anyone else and anyone else's journey. Boom, drop the mic. So there you go. Right. So it's just, I feel guided to say that because it's just, if people tune into me and they tune into others, I've said this before, I see it out there. When I get guided now and again to go and have a wee, just watch this person or whatever, I see people, reading their energy, but they're reading them as if they're one energy, when actually I can feel that they're at the current time I'm watching it in the other energy, and it confuses things. So, and again, I would say a lot of that comes from the person being confused within themselves, not always, but it does. It's a little bit like when I've said about that other well-meaning woman. This is my fucking North Node in Gemini, the 8th house. It's like, but it is. It's like I'm keeping it anonymous, but it is. It's fucking research to make me do. Like, about that, it's always like a really positive reading, and then it gets to, well, it's not always really positive, but it gets it only so far, and it's like the very end of it is like doom and gloom. And it's like you're taking your power back by telling the person to fuck off. That's not the twin flame journey. And if it is the twin flame journey, like I said, I genuinely hope that woman gets the help so that she comes out of that energy, because that's irresponsible when you're helping other people and you're doing that. Listen, I've been fucked off on this journey many times by loads of people, by fucking everyone in my life, including my twin flame. And the knowing what's going on, the not knowing what's going on. But I try to keep as grounded as I can with it and as classy as I can with it. And that's why, like I said, I always keep it on with it. Even if you're like, oh, I bet Claire's talking about this. I've seen this happening out there in YouTube land, and it. You know what I mean? It's just generally, it reminds me of things to do with like Doreen Virtue. If your world spins out of control because somebody that you're following, life changes a bit, then that's telling you something about your life. You know what I mean? Get a grip. Sorry to be so blunt here, but I'm sure, like Lexi said the other day, that card might be sitting about here. Get the sweary cards out. I'm sure that card, there's a card in there that says something like that, like it's know who you are. That's why I've stressed from the word go, haven't I? There's the Mary Magdalene energy. It feels a bit stronger than that. Isis energy is what it feels like. I've stressed get therapy. If you don't know who you are, get therapy. You know what I mean? And I know it's not always easy. I know it can be expensive and stuff, but how badly do you want this? How badly do you want to know yourself better, love yourself? Even besides twin flames, therapy is the best thing you'll ever do. Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens, you have something important to share, follow the inner call and don't let anyone stop you. See, that was just kicking about, but see how it fits in. I find it uncomfortable to have to give these messages, but I have to, so that you can see who are real twin flames that know what they're talking about and who are people that are taking a stab in the dark. You know what I mean? It's not easy being a teacher. I've said that about 3 times. It really isn't. That's why you have to be properly trained up to do it by God. As well as being led to other training things. Right, so there we go. Look at what I just said. Staying grounded and higher heart opening compassion. Wow, the generator. And you know what I am in human design? The generator. That's why I could sit for ages. So yeah, that's what it's about. It's about keeping your heart open, staying in compassion for yourself, for other people that are going through their own stuff, maybe not integrating their shadow, feeling a bit lost, for your twin flame that will be going through their stuff and you're feeling their stuff. Whether you literally know that or you just sense it, you'll be right. If you get a feeling of it, you'll just know. And if you don't, like I said, go to somebody that can tune in and clarify that for you, and they'll probably just tell you what you already know. That's what a good person that's tuning into you will do anyway. But yeah, I said staying grounded, and because it's God speaking through me, and there's something about needing to stay grounded while you keep your heart open. So let's now shuffle the divine masculine. So, like I said, I was sensing things about an awareness about sabotaging the connection. Now, this isn't everyone's divine masculine, but it will be someone's. It's either you or it's your person. I watched your person guy recently, and yes, he was still picking up on the same stuff that people are talking shit to your person, but they're saying through it. One of these times that will manifest to that timeline. Oh, I just got drawn to it. That's mental. I just got drawn to a name, right, which is a karmic energy or linked to someone, and then I pulled this card. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. So that is quite amazing because it's kind of like, like I said, it wasn't the one I said because I was saying the one about, that card says I sabotage this connection. It says something about I sabotage this connection, but this is basically saying the same thing. I let people sabotage this. So, let's see, let's go with this because that is kind of in line. What else? Oh God, that's quite a lot. I don't feel like I deserve you. So you see, that could come through as now this is coming through quite strong, so I'll look at the comments in a minute, but this could come through as like people saying like you're never going to be good enough for her, or you're never going to be good enough for him, or once they get to know you they're not going to like you, or you're too different, or all the other different sorts of things, or just projecting, like making you, so not actually literally saying it but making you feel that. So this is a game where you've got to protect your mind and your heart and your soul, and you've got to see through this. Twin flames generate a lot of jealousy. I just saw that. I just said that to the person I was helping on the phone, and they agreed. Yeah, I don't feel like I deserve you. I really do care, even though I don't show it. I want to treat you the way you deserve. You tame my demons. Look at what I was saying about attachments. Again, it's like when people are around the wrong crowd of people that are keeping them coming from their shadow. And again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with being in your shadow when you need to be. Like we do actually need to be in our shadow at certain points in life, to basically get somebody tuned in if they're trying to do fuckery with you, like, whatever way that comes about, covertly or obviously, or if, just, yeah, if you need to assert your boundaries, blah, 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 but come from your healed shadow. Like that's when it's like you can address something, but then stay in your heart and your compassion and stay grounded. Um, Whereas, what I mean, if you're being too reactive to things, then you're being too easily triggered, and it's just a sign that you need to heal a wee bit more. And we all need to heal somewhere. But yeah, you tame this person's demons. So I feel I'm tuning into the masculine collective, that they're realizing that other people around them are bringing out the worst in them, and that you bring the best out in them, and but also recognizing that you do also bring up. This is everything I spoke about before I come on it, but you bring up their stuff, and that's uncomfortable to a certain point until the person understands what is going on. Um, I don't think that, when your twin flame awakens enough, they will understand a lot more than what you give them credit for. So just be aware of that as well. I miss you. I miss talking to you. That's why sometimes we can talk for hours in person or on the phone. I don't want our time together to end, no matter how it seems to you. To me, that card feels like it's talking about this is how it will go down when you start connecting with a twin. Whereas, like you'll just feel like you want to make up for lost time. You want to be around this person's energy, unless that is like more of a codependent way when it's like you're not letting the separation happen, So just take that how it resonates. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to our future. I just need to let go of the past first. Please wait for me. So that's very Mercury retrograde, where there's, these elusive kind of things that are going on in people's connections where you either know exactly what it is that's going on, or you've got a feeling, or you don't have a fucking clue. So you'll know which one you're at. And just again, wherever you're at, just surrender. Where's the feminine at to go with that? Every Christmas, I want nothing more than to be with you. I long for that time. You're the first person I think of when I wake up and the last person before I go to sleep. And I'm so excited to learn and grow together in this connection. I don't like reading that one. Please don't worry, baby. Everything's working out. Take your time to heal. I channeled it, guys. Somebody must call theirs baby. Don't call me baby. Call them what you want. I'm sure you do. The intensity between us is overwhelming me at times. I feel that fits. Oh, look. You're the only person I want to kiss every New Year and every day. So there must be something significant coming up here about Christmas and New Year. So either Christmas and New Year is significant for some kind of reason, or it will be, upcoming. So yeah, whatever that means. What else does a masculine collective want to say? I've already ignored the timer, you might have noticed, but I'm going to go in a minute. I hope you'll wait for me. So what, like you said, some of you'll know what that's about, some of you won't have a fucking clue, but there's a strong energy coming through here. If somebody's hoping that you'll wait on them. And I feel it's waiting on somebody to do the healing, you know. It's like I just said that to the person I was helping over the phone there, that healing is not an overnight thing. And it's once you truly do awaken and you can't run away from the triggers and the childhood stuff that's coming up, yeah, it's you will just naturally, your guides and God will guide you to go inwards, and it's this kind of feeling of somebody like knows that they have to heal for themselves, and they hope you wait on them. But there's that worry, you know, that what if this person is going to get fed up? What if it's already been too long? But so whatever that sort of means to you, but that's what I'm kind of feeling. It's kind of like, yeah, look, I'm too afraid to talk. Like that's somebody that's going through spiritual awakening, dark night of soul, and they'll be guided to talk when they're meant to. Time to ground yourself. This is intense energy. Like I said, it's all the things that I've said. It's kind of I don't know. Some of it is in line with what I look now is not the time, but it's in reverse, and I want you to choose. So what I get from that is some people are hoping that you contact them first because they're too scared to talk. But yeah, you've got to tune in as well. Like you said, with the majority of people that I'm talking to, if you're somebody that has been brave in the past, you'll know that it's absolutely their turn to contact you. And especially the whole wait for me, blah, 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 blah. You just don't know what it is that's going on in people's lives. So just focus on yourself and leave them to it. Strength, ego, look at what we're saying. Yes, just be aware of this. Everyone within yourself, everyone's got an ego. So just make sure that you're keeping it in check. Because that's what can come up in a Mercury retrograde. Things will come to test you. But more so, I feel the strong message coming through as we're seeing that happen publicly out in the world stage with different things going on in the world, and even different, like I just feel like different people talking about things, making out they're an expert on something, and the cracks are showing where it's like, wait a minute, does this person actually know what they're talking about? I've got no problem with people talking about where they're at from where they're at in their journey. What I have an issue with is when people make out they've got the answer to everything. Nobody's got the answer to everything. You know what I mean? It's like, so you're right. Look at how that worked. You know what I mean? That's something that is right. Nobody's got the answer to everything. Be humble. I imagine you're naked, so there's that strong desire and energy, and I want to get you drunk. That's the devil card in the Eight of Wands. So there could be some passionate people could be coming together very passionately. I was going to say coming towards you very passionately, and fast. And I am coming, trust, right? Again, it's got to make sense to somebody because it's all just coming out. I am coming. I need to let go of the past, blah, 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 all this. I need time for me. So this is healing. This is people that are healing. Right. I feel like I want to shuffle you again. So can you tell us where is the feminine energy that's going to resonate with this message? Because like I said, the kind of the way I'm feeling is if the energy is anything like what was yesterday, I'm tuning in very intensely right now to people's minds that are all over the place. It's not nice to tune in, to be honest. I feel it's got a lot to do with the Mars Jupiter conjunction, which really is it's tomorrow, but it's right now, right? It's right now. When I looked before I came on, Mars is action, Jupiter's expansion. In Gemini, that's the mind. It's very. I'm just feeling a lot of racing minds, overthinking along with the Virgo, Mercury retrograde in Virgo, which is going to go into Leo soon at some point as well. It's I'm feeling a lot of overthinking energy. And when I tune into a lot, you know, when I tune into a lot of people that are connected to this channel, it's brutal. So I'm praying for you, and I'm just trying to work out the best, you know, the best use of my time to help people that's not going to overwhelm me because yeah, it is quite intense. Again, I feel it is because we're coming up to this full moon as well. Right. What have we got for the feminines, regardless of gender? Heal abandonment, time to forgive. Yeah, so I feel that, look, I went started there. That always happens. Like, I do feel this is about, like, you know, healing, just, yeah, being open to forgiving. the masculine when they come towards you. And basically it feels like as well like empathizing. And the reason I'm saying that, because I usually pull this for the masculine, but I'm saying that because it's like I feel the feminine has worked through a lot of this fear of abandonment, like from the masculine and past life stuff, like, but they're guiding me to say, like, just remember when you were in that, you know, there was this fear of what if they're never coming back? Or I mean, I don't know, you might still be in that, but you know, with when you get to a certain point, like I said, you just get to this place of surrender. And a lot of the time, it's like I said the other day, it could be because you already like it passes your cut off, what was your cutoff point. You know what I mean? Whether you're kidding yourself on or not, and like I said on the Twin Flame journey, you are cutting yourself. You are kidding yourself on. There isn't a cut-off point. Even, and that's what I mean, that's what I'm saying about look, like people that are out there talk about twin flames that are generally trying to help people, right? They're doing a brave thing, and so you know I've got respect for anybody that's trying to do that. But just be very wary. If anybody's trying to make out like you can cut off a twin flame and hook up with a higher level soulmate or a kingdom spouse, good luck with that. You get on with that if you want to. If that feels like true guidance, and then you come back and tell me how that went. Please don't do that. I'm being sarcastic. But yes, I feel it's like just be open to forgiving the masculine when they come towards you, and both saying sorry for whatever it is you both need to say sorry for, whatever wherever that is. I'm sure there's things you need to say sorry for. If there's not, then you had a different ride than what I did anyway. So, and everybody that I help, usually there's sorries that need to go both ways. Yeah, because the masculine look is becoming one with self-blossoming. That's beautiful. It's got 88 on it. So they are talking about this Lionsgate portal, I do feel has brought in some very powerful activations for the masculine, and they are blossoming with themselves. But what I'm getting here is they still need time. They need compassion, higher heart opening, and especially ones that have only been going through a spiritual awakening, or the more heightened part of it, from the November of last year. Yeah, when that's when they were guided to see through illusions. And again, this is why this message is coming through. Again, I know a lot of you are going to be like, I don't know what you talk about. I only tune into you. I don't know you, because that's a weird thing about this channel. Like, I'm not like fucking Hitler. I'm not like, only watch me. Don't listen to anyone else. That's not what I'm saying. Listen to other people. There's some great people out there, some great tarot readers, some great healers, some great people that talk about twin flames. They're just sharing their own experience. But what I don't like is when it's like, it's this way and this is the way, and and when people say like, oh, it only happens like this, but it doesn't fit with how I've experienced my journey, and I know that I'm a real twin flame, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, that's the shit I don't like, and it does piss me off. I've not seen it lately, but I have seen it along the years. I probably will now, I've said it, but just look beyond illusion, change your perception, and awareness, crystal clear vision. This is what they're telling you. This is what I'm here to do for people. And right now, including right now in this moment, it's really uncomfortable because I have to be quite outspoken about some of the things that I've seen go on over the years or experienced myself, or other people have come to me because their energy's been fucked up by somebody that didn't know what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Whether that's like um people conning people out of like ridiculous, and I'm talking like thousands and thousands of pounds to say like, oh, if you do this with me, you'll come into union with your twin flame. Oh my God, run like fuck if anybody ever claims that. Nobody can give you that guarantee. It's like what I say all the time about timeless readings. Like this energy I'm reading right now is timeless. If it happens to resonate with you right now, then great. It's great when people let me know that. But a lot of the time, the things that I channel are future energies, or they're in the past to help you process things. And some of it, yeah, is present. It's frustrating, I know, but that's why I know, like, any personal reading that I get guided to, which, like I said, it's not, I hadn't done it for like, I don't know, a year and a half or something. And then I was guided to do it around my birthday, and it was actually very helpful. So if ever I do that, I'll probably go, I'll go to the same person, you know what I mean? I'll just get somebody to tune in, which I knew they didn't know who I was. And it was very helpful because it just was exactly what I was feeling myself. Like the person was even like, exactly what you wrote in the email is exactly what's come out. But it's still, it was worth it because it's the weight that's lifted when somebody else reads the energy the same as you. But that's few and far between. Again, I know whose astrology matches up with mine, so I'll look out for those people. But but this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to give people crystal clear vision and help you work out the real from the fake in general in life, the fake friends, the fake family members or karmic family, the false twin flames, the karmic partners, the real twin flames, Anyway, my hair has dried, very frizzy, and it feels like that energy's calmed down a little bit now. What deck now? Oh, right, I pulled this before we came on. So, oh yeah, Neptune. That's actually very fitting. Neptune's the planet of higher spirituality, and the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria is held within the ascended aspect. You're blessed, for you only receive this card when you're ready to receive their information. And that's what I'm saying. I feel there are masculines on the journey, regardless of your gender, that this is either you or this is your person, and they are receiving huge activations right now. Yeah, about the journey, whether you realize it or not. Your guidance is to tune into your Earth Star chakra, then connect with Neptune, the cosmic Earth Star chakra. Archangel Sandalphon oversees this center. He nurtures your divine potential and helps you download the spiritual light you're waiting for, which, see, that's talking about spiritual light, and that's talking about the Lionsgate portal. This will expand your consciousness and greatly assist your ascension journey, which is what I'm doing every time I'm on here. Like, I activate people's energy just by talking to you on the video, whether it's live or to the group. I tune to the wisdom of Atlantis Lemuria. It's why, Nathan had said the other week there that you noticed you feel it stronger. I mean, what are you feeling now? Are you feeling fucking buzzing all over your chakras? Because it's like when the energy comes through like that, it's like you said, this is what I was like trying to prevent. Like, I kept stopping myself because I was like, I don't want to talk about this shit. I can see it, silently observe it. I don't want to talk about it. But the message I was strongly getting was, you need to, because there are people that are confused. And the only way that's going to clear the confusion is when when real true twin flames talk about, the real journey. And don't hide bits of it. Like I said, if I ever hide parts about what's going on in my life, it's for good reason, because I already put a lot of my stuff out. But yeah, it means that further down the line, I'll talk about things. Like, that's what I mean about the soul merge. Like, I've done that video about the soul merge, but I was actually doubled up in pain, and then I just had to stop the video because it was. So I'll show you. So you can ask me further down the line when it feels more appropriate. But right now I'm like, I don't want to feel that out, because I knew I could feel it. Like, I was tuning in to what it's like when you're going through different things in your body, feeling the merge going on. So very weird. Very weird. Yes, mainly in the face chakra, but yes, buzzing all over. My chakra energy is flowing well. Yeah. So like I said, it's like, that's what I mean about, like, you watching me. If you resonate my energy, you'll get a lot out of it. But for me personally, when there's lots of you and it's a bit too much. Like, I don't know if I actually can do this every. I mean, it's not every, but I don't know if I can do it Tuesday to Friday as well as the other videos. So I might have to mean that I do it, like, I don't know, like I do a lunchtime one like this, or a morning for a lot of yous, and then I have a night one. And then further down the line, when I feel like I can, when I've got it all under control, I'll do it. But right now, I'm going to do this week, but I'm like, nah. But it's Mercury retrograde. So like I said, and it's also, this Mercury retrograde is all stuff to do about my work. So that's why it's like, I don't really want to be doing anything brand new. It's not wise. Um, El Moira, right? That's one of the twin flame guides. And this isn't a twin flame deck. El Moira, I could all say Moira, but it's Moria, is Chohan of the first ray of action. He's helping us with the changes ahead and our opportunities for ascension. He's a member of the White Brotherhood and originates from Mercury. Mercury retrograde. Moira, we're just going to say Moira. Oh, Moira down the road. Go down for a wee cup of tea with Moira. That's what I mean. Moria. El Moria. Moria, El Moria. I don't know how you say it. Soon become the Manu, the perfected man, on whom the new root. Oh, see, that sounds like it's talking about divine masculine. Wow. The perfected man on whom the new root race of humanity, with its 12 strands of connected active DNA, will be based. Which, again, I don't always go in ins and outs of this. I do in personal sessions, but that is what I'm here doing. Like, I activate the dormant DNA. Like, I awaken that energy in people just by talking. It's the vibrations in my energy field. And so if you resonate with the stuff I put out, then that's why you won't know why you keep watching, but that'll be why. The other people won't get what I'm saying. It'll be like I'm talking a different language, quite literally. But sometimes those people come circle back around when they wake up. It's quite interesting for me. Like, for instance, like, I'm noticing a big boom of more people than most, noticing all the number synchronicities again. Like, and again, it's like, that's the thing I always joke about, that it's like, it's just, forgive me if it looks like I'm a bit bored when people are commenting on these things, because I'm just being, that's me being honest. I'm not hiding it. It would be fake if I was like, oh, it bores me. It really bores me. I see all these numbers every day, all day, and I have done for over 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're like probably like 14, 15 years. And I just acknowledge it and I don't. But if you still feel that need to sort of say it, then, you know, do it. You know what I mean? But just like, don't, I'm not going to like get involved in like, because it just, I find it boring. And drawing this card, you're asked to lead by example, employing the self-discipline, strength, and integrity of an ascended master. You're reminded to use your power for the highest good. I stand in my power. I really do get that, because that's basically what I'm saying is I don't like giving messages like this, and I guess we'll find out who lurks in me, because I will ruffle feathers if other people watch me that also help twin flames. But like I said, it's just something coming out that's coming out. And again, I'm shuffling what's the tea. Oh God. What's the tea then? Played out. Yeah, it has to play out. This is things that are playing out from Atlantis, Lemuria, Avalon, and it's because these true unions are coming about. And watch as the jealousy arises in everyone around you. You know, if you are somebody that's communicating with your twin right now or in a union, keep it very private. Don't tell anyone. This stuff has to play out, but you're going to be seeing stuff happening with the twin flame community where things are being shaken up big time. It's like things are being rearranged. It's like wherever people have been like wearing the crown, like making out like they know more than other people, and people are sitting back being humble. I think you're about to see like the crown's being knocked off and the real people being seen, and you know what I mean? So we'll see. If Queen Rising comes out, I'll laugh. It did come out in the one I done yesterday. But again, it really is, and they're pulling, I don't know where those cards are. They're pulling my eyes to the box. It's the wisdom of Avalon. And Avalon's, you know, it's quite funny because again, it just rolls off my tongue because I'm just listening to what they're saying or they're just talking through me. But it's like Lemuria, Atlantis, I always pick up on, and Avalon isn't as much, but Avalon's really strongly coming through. There is a deck that I want that's about another one that's about Avalon, but I should just try and find the ones I've got because I said I wasn't going to buy any more cards. And by the way, I'm proud of myself because I did, you know, like I said, I manifested a bit. It wasn't loads, but well, it was quite a lot. I manifested money basically over the Lionsgate portal, and so I could have got us more cards, but I haven't. I decided to do the sensible thing and put it towards some of my debt and save some of it. But again, it wasn't a lot. I just mean like put it aside so I don't spend it on cards. But scarcity tactics. So there's people playing chess games. Look, broadcast. Look at this. And I was just talking about money. So yeah, I think what they're saying there is like, you know, be careful. Like, look what I was just talking about moving money about and that. Like, I feel there's something about yeah, don't get carried away actually with this astrology right now, especially where Jupiter's concerned. If that is in any of your houses to do with money or that, be careful about that because you could get a bit overexcited and you know, think you're a millionaire and then you're like, oh shit, wait a minute, I've just spent all my money. So I'm trying to teach myself to be mindful about that. Reflecting. Yeah, again, this is what I'm getting. There's a lot of masculines that are in some deep healing right now. Um, if someone isn't actually leaving a karmic situation, like a romantic one, or you know, leaving people, anyone around them that isn't good for them, they're still healing from the past situations that they went through. And you saw how many cards were saying, like, please wait for me, I hope you'll wait for me, kind of thing. Dirt digging, looking for dirt on you, vice versa. I feel that's karmic energies. I'm not in the mood for this deck, but look, reflecting, you can't. Look how many cards there are. It came out again. That's the message. I'm going to have to put something about deep healing for the masculine, but they want you back. So this is masculines that are like they know who you are. They want to be with you, but there's also this deep awareness that it's not yet time. I can't handle how bouffant my hair has went. Right. What will I end it with? Because we've already went over it. Let's just end it with one of these. And so, like I said. Sorry, not sorry. Like I've said all the time, I just open up the space, call on the guide, see what wants to come through, and it doesn't surprise me at all that this is what's coming through today because there's a lot of confusing information out there, and the bit and it, like I said, when I'm reading this, it is a general energy. So although I'm always just putting the intention that it clears people's energy of the confusion, you really need to book a personal session for me to help you where you're at. Taurus, I have. So there's something about that's the grounding energy there coming in. There's something about the second house of your finance, your money, your finances, your home. Remember, Uranus is in Taurus, so that's shaken up, unpredictable, shaken up to wake up energy. We're still a wee bit away from the Taurus moon. I think that will be, and I'll tell you. Yeah, Taurus moon isn't until, well, Taurus moon is the 24th, 25th, so that would be getting into September. I'm sorry, that's the way my brain works with astrology. That would be getting into Virgo season. So that could be significant for some reason. I just looked at 1414. That's funny after me saying about the numbers. But this is what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know that it's like um I feel a lot of you will be having, I know because of what someone had said to me in an email recently too, a few people, it's like a lot of you are having increased activity. We've seen the numbers everywhere. So that's why I've got more tolerance for, like, thank you. Actually, I remember someone put, like, I'll spare you, like, it's but I'm just sort of saying, yeah, even if you see it all the time, you could be seeing it even more. But for me, that's torture because I already see it all the time. And like I said, when I shout it out, it's because it's particularly the ones in the fours. If you found me like 9, 10 years ago, the ones in the fours were specifically what the energy that was activating people when I was doing their astrology charts. I always used to see 144 or variations of fours and ones, and then it would just amp up to all loads of different kinds of numbers. And now it's like I don't primarily activate people through the number because you'll see it yourself anyway. But it's basically you'll know if you came across my radar that a lot of people it would be right after you've come into contact with me, you'll be seeing these numbers and crazy synchronicities everywhere, and it's just that's what happens. I amp up that I'm a generator in human design. It's like it expands the energy. So does clear crystals, clear quartz. Clear means clear. I can, you know what I mean? It's funny. There's a lot in a name. Just as there's a lot of, actually, that means something. Just as there's a lot of bad luck in the name and bad energy, because keeping it anonymous, but someone had said something like that recently, like they might share it when they're here themselves. But it's I've spoke about this before that if you're guided not, basically when I told that story about somebody that's actually still married to the same person that's been for 30 years and they don't talk to her, but it's like that's really dodgy energy. You don't want to be, and that's why I said about the other week there if there have been any karmic marriages that have basically ones that feel like they've not lasted very long or whatever. A lot of these delays could be that it's like people want to like close the book on things before they open other things, and I mean that's wise. Part that won't be for everyone, but that is for some. Part of fortune increase. So again, that's about money. Again, that's about your calling, and I can help you stuff like that in a personal session. And there's Mercury. Yeah, there's a lot happening in this Mercury retrograde and the mind. And like I said, so just protect your mind because there's a lot like Mars. Wow, see that is to do with the conjunction. So yeah, Mars is action, anger. Just be aware that could bring up a lot of angry energy in people too. So. Mars conjunct Jupiter. It could expand your passion, but it could expand your anger. So just be very careful this week. And I think that's why they're getting me to speak out about the confusion in the twin. I'm not in the twin flame community. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might tune into some folk that talk about twin flames, but really not that many anymore. I tend to find some decent people that read tarot and healing and stuff, but they're not solely all about that. Because I find people that are solely all about that. I don't know. I think it is just maybe because when I tune into someone, I've got more experience and like I just can see holes in it. It just seems to annoy me. Not everyone, but a lot of the time it's just like there's something that doesn't add up. But anyway, I need to get off because it's just like I said. It's like this. I'm tuning into it again. It's like quite an irritable energy. So just stay grounded. I feel again. Remember when I do this, I feel this is how the masculine feels. Like I feel very irritated. So just be aware of that when you're shell. This is easily triggering energy. The healing heart, love, acceptance, romance. Yeah, look, it's about having acceptance for yourself and acceptance for other people. That's weird. That sounded like hex there. I don't like that. Again, there's fuckery, there's black magic being done on a lot of look, vision, intuition, receptivity. Goddess of dreams. Mental clarity upside down. Now, these are beautiful cards, but what I'm getting from that is that's reminding me like when I pull the moon card or that and it's talking about spell work or manipulation. That feels like, because there's a big full moon behind her head, that feels like it's like somebody's fucked with somebody's intuition and scrambled their mind, mental clarity, but it was in reverse. So you see how that fits, whether it's people around you or people you tune into, it matters who you listen to. So make sure you're listening to people that you trust. They're honest. They don't need to be perfect. They just need to be honest. Like I'm saying, I'm a fucking hot mess. I'm aware of that. But I've actually worked very hard on my own healing journey and I've worked very hard to help other people. Um, a lot of people tuning in right now or, on replay or whatever. And, because I've no idea who lurks and everything like that too. There will be people that I've helped that I've got no idea because I've not done a better decision with. And like, yeah, I'm glad if I've helped you. But what I'm saying is just be discerning because these are weird times that we're in. Right, so the healing heart, love, acceptance, romance. This card brings bountiful joy and hope at this time. You may have had blocks to love before, but these old frustrations and pains are being resolved, which is why there's a message here about giving yourself time if you're the person healing, or giving the other person time. Really giving giving both of yourselves time because nobody is 100% healed. There's always stuff to work on. Your optimism about love is, and that's why I'm saying that when I've seen people celebrate, oh, I'm in union, people celebrate that shit far too soon. Don't fucking tell people. Wait until you've been with them about a year or something and you're actually sure that's who that person is before you tell everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's a bit harsh, but fucking hell. Should one ever reach the Holy Grail? Nah, that's too long, but you know what I mean? Keep it yourself for a few months at least. The process of healing heart energy always starts and ends with the self, which is what I've been saying because it's God speaking through me. You may have received misinformation about yourself or about love from your parents or partners in the past. Again, that feels like when people have had the message that you're not good enough. You are good enough. Don't ever let people tell you you're not good enough for something, right? Who are they to say that to you? You might have healing work to do, but like I just said, we've all got healing work to do. But and especially when someone's trying to put you off your twin flame, it's because they're jealous. So just see through that shit. But the difficult experiences that once caused you to lose trust are now being released, and you're finally ready to love and be loved. So open your heart to the tender care that you truly deserve. Rest assured that the light of divine love is shining on your heart center. New love, abundant friendship, and tenderness are on the way. The light of divine love heals my heart. I open my life to the tender, caring treatment my soul deserves. Wow. Well, that's a beautiful message, I feel, for what has come through there. So, do we need another one? Oh, these are a bit lengthy, but I do feel guided to pull one of these. So, let's see. So, like I said, I think this, I am tuning into, although there are a few that are turning up at this time, and I do appreciate it. And I've not trialed it for long enough, only done it for 2 weeks. But so I'm saying I'll do it this week. I might do it next week too, but I'm gonna see this week out anyway. And remember, I'm not here on Thursday. But what I might do is I might do something later on the Thursday night. I'm basically missing doing it at night because it's a different vibe, and different people can tune in. So. I'll find my flow again. I'm just glad that I'm actually doing the lives again as much as what I'm doing it because I didn't feel like doing that for a very long time because I was guided not to 222 right now. I think they're just being wide because I mentioned about how annoying it is seeing the numbers that much, but but I already know that, like I said, some of you have said that that is happening to you. So it's like, why it's boring for me? It's like the stuff I spoke about, like, 8 years ago and stuff. It's like it's repeating. And so it's just kind of like, but it's like some people that weren't going through it then are going through it now. And some of that will be your twin flame. So I do get it. It's hard to describe what I mean though. But everything means something. Annoyance is in the air. I did write in the community tab hot and bothered, and whenever I write stuff, I'm always channeling basically. That's why I say that in every video. So I'm channeling the energy of people that are hot and bothered, whether it's sexual frustration, desire, or hot and bothered, like going through Kundalini as well. That can be the pain in the body, feeling the weird sensations, the pain in the back, ascension symptoms. And whatever else, it's unique. When it's collective energy, it's different things for different people. It's lovely to see you. Well, thank you, Charlotte. It's lovely when you are here too. So, right. Autonomous Initiator, Paladin of Light Codes, number 33, Jesus in the House. Oh, it's that one again. Star Nursery, Ace of Portals. 3 and 6 is 9, 9 is endings. I might read that too, so let's see. 33. See what I mean? I've completely ignored my own rule about not going over the time, and I've went over the time, but it's just, it is what it is. I've actually just, look how big that book is, and I've opened the book at that beautiful one, so we'll read this first. So this feels very Palladian energy, very galactic, very Aquarius full moon, which is on Monday. Creative opportunities, loving connections. Wait a minute, I might not have held that up long enough to get a screenshot. No, it's not even in the fucking shot. Wait a minute. Creative opportunities, loving connections, and self-love are particularly available for you right now. Open your heart and lean in. Oh my God, look, it's a different card and it's saying open your heart. And it's also talking about unconditional love. And I said that about me wearing the pink. That'll do. Yeah, this card represents the infinite creative God force that flows through you, the divine unconditional love that stirs you to want to sing a song back to the universe. This could present in the form of new creative endeavour or the overflow of luminous love with another. You're in a receptive place to welcome love. This card, oh, I think this might be the Ace of Cups from what it's talking about, actually. When that's my cup runneth over, that's like very holy grail union, actually. New beginnings in love. This card invites you to open your heart and lead in. Creative opportunities, loving connections, and compassionate love for yourself. Compassion comes up a lot. Others are particularly available for you right now. This card's about giving your heartfelt feelings importance over logistical linear endeavours. Your multidimensional self is taking more of a leading role in your current reality. Give yourself permission to deepen your self-love, strengthen your friendships, and nurture your romantic connections. And Aquarius is actually about friendship too. It's about groups, but it's about friendship too. So it's about the internet as well. It's why I bring people together in groups to create friendship on this. And then in real life, I'm like, I don't want to see anyone in real life. No, there's too much energy. Just leave me alone. Allow this inner radiance to overflow out to others. Help those around you with an open heart. I was talking about my friend about like if we can, will we go out again? And I was just kind of like, do you know what? I was like to myself, if she doesn't want to, I'm not actually that arsed. And it's like, but I've just found out I have got family that are here for the festival soon, so I might just go up during the day or something. I'm kind of over it. Like seriously, I do just. That experience, I think, was just to show me again how much alcohol is the devil. So it really is. I know it can be fun sometimes, guys, but it is the devil. Like, no, just no. So often we bind up our hearts for fear of being hurt. This card invites you to flow into the blissful abyss of loving compassion. The more you give, the more you receive. And my nose is really itchy. Love one spin it. This card can also signify creativity in the form of conception, whether it be a little person, a new addition to the family. Oh, be careful if you're not wanting that to happen. Or a new project that fills your heart with excitement. Yeah, this is the Ace of Cups. The spark that inspires joyful, creative energy is the focus of your reality right now. Right, okay. And the one that I actually pulled is anchoring light. And this is what we're doing. And this is what the Lionsgate portal is about, which is why I was saying I do eventually want to be showing up on these lives as much as I can when it feels the right time. But I always tune into the energy, and if it's too intense for me, I'm not doing it. I've done my bit. I've done it through the Lionsgate portal and the build up to it. The last day of it was officially yesterday. So, but I'm always anchoring the light, and so are you if you're tuning into me. So thank you for doing your part in that part of the world. You're fully charged, moving forward in leaps and bounds as you bring your ideas in reality. This is about the grounding as well that keep coming out. The full power and passionate energy of this card indicates a sense of enthusiasm for bringing an idea into being. Having this fire inside you outweighs any fears you might have about potential dangers or challenges ahead. That feels like Leo season. If anything, the idea of the adventure is part of the thrill. That feels like Aquarius season. So that really does feel like the Leo Sun Aquarius energy of next week especially. So that's basically what I'm channeling right now could be more making sense for next week. This card reminds you that leaning into calculated risks has afforded you a lot of confidence. Through your growth and expansiveness you've experienced, there's a sense that you can take on the world. There's also an element of impulsiveness to consider. There may be a lot of forward momentum, but what are you moving towards? Sometimes it is wonderful to be doing something you love without concern for success. You're simply reveling in the adventure. There's nothing wrong with that, but check in with yourself to confirm your intention, which is why I always stress the importance of intention with everything that you're doing, which is why we should always be mindful of what is my intention here, which is why I'm sharing that with you about. I don't experience that a lot, but when I do, I take note that every time I went to film the video yesterday and it wasn't feeling right, it was, but I felt it when you eventually hear whatever one I put out or the bits and bobs of the few, it's definitely about people that have tried to get into connections with others and something just wasn't feeling right. Their energy kept being pulled back to you if you're the twin flame, or you kept being pulled back to your twin flame, whoever's listening. And that's what it felt like. It was like something just didn't, it kept not feeling right. Because usually it's like if I don't do it and I'm like, oh, second time lucky or third time lucky, but this was ridiculous. It was like 6 videos and I'd meditated and everything, which I don't need to do. I just go full on into the energy, but I felt guided to because it was so intense. It's weird times. The image on this card indicates an energetic force that is not grounded. It just is. But again, they're showing you through me. This is what a lot of people that are newer to this are going through. It's just a lot. So ground yourself. Whether you're newer to awakening or know a lot about it. Every day is a new experience if you really think about it. Like again, like I said, nobody has all the answers. So just whether it's twin flame specific or ascension specific, just we're all doing the best that we can with the knowledge that we have. So just stay grounded and stay grounded with that, including including keeping your ego in check, because Leo is the ego. So we are in Leo season, so that has to be said too. Just watch for that, because the conjunction, like I said, it's going to expand. If people are a bit too overconfident, this is where I think we're going to see people fall from grace if they were too on their high horse. So, it just is. Yeah, the image on this card indicates an energetic force that is not grounded. It just is. It is very beautiful and colourful. Others may find this energy attractive and charismatic, but there may not be longevity to it. In a reading, you can enjoy and harness a slipstream of inspired motion. Be careful of rushing one task to the next without focusing on the details or what is needed for success to be sustainable. That sounds very Mercury retrograde, doesn't it? There are times when we feel superhuman and can operate at high functioning capacity for a while. However, if we place expectations on ourselves to sustain this for long periods, we may burn out, especially if we do not honour our health. Look at why they've just made me describe that. I'm just noticing that with myself. Like, although I managed to do it, I didn't like that I didn't film any of my usual videos. So I'm not going to be doing these live streams daily and not doing the pre-recorded videos, because I like a mixture of both. And from when I've asked other people, so do they. So, but I'll experiment. However, if we place, I just read that bit. Often this is the first thing to be ignored when you're hyper focused on the task at hand. And also, I know it's very early for some of you, and I feel sorry for people. It's like if you're, it might be a bit too early for some of you. So maybe if it was once or twice a week, maybe that's a bit better than, and then the other times can be a different. Maybe I could do that. That movie feels a bit better just now for me too. It's about finding a compromise, guys. I want to support people through what you're going through, but I want to also look after me, and that's teaching you good self-love. There's no reason you can't maximize your potential if this is your aim. There are ways to do it sustainably. Bring your attention to your health, exercise regime. This is exactly where I'm at, and it's where the person I was just helping before is at too. Exercise regime, diet, and efficiency of what you're doing. The term biohacking is something you could look into if you want to maintain high efficiency. It involves an array of practices to be implemented from the ground up. That's kind of interesting, because I was thinking a lot about. I had a group once, like, oh my God, I think it must be like 8 years ago or something on Facebook. And it was simply about teaching people like how to cultivate a morning routine and stuff. And I've totally lost, like, I've not got my routine, my morning routine's fucked, right? It needs to incorporate the exercise above all else. But it's like, it's when you do a wee bit of exercise, a wee bit of visualization, a wee bit of meditation, a wee bit of journaling, a wee bit of everything. It's like, oh fuck, that's far too much. But it's just about cultivating some positive habits to start off your day right, rather than waking up half asleep, scrolling your YouTube or scrolling your Facebook or scrolling your Instagram, whatever it is you'll do out there. You know what I mean? That's not healthy. You don't want to start your day that way. Yes, I start my day scrolling the YouTube too sometimes, a lot of the time actually. But when I do that too much, I'm like, that's unhealthy. I don't want to do that. So let me know if some of you are in a similar place of focused on your health and your diet and your morning routine, then I don't know, I might come up with some kind of challenge or something because it, like I said, it came up. But put it this way, I've got a client tonight, and if that client mentions struggling with similar to the one I just spoke to before this, then that's normally a sign that it would be good if I, even if it's like, the recorded videos that I do, or even I don't mind doing it on the lactate, that, it's like, but it's just the trouble is when a lot of you are in America and stuff, in other parts of the world, I can't do a live morning challenge because it's not your morning. So it would have to be pre-recorded videos. But anyway, get back to answers on a postcard if that's something that you're needing a bit of support with now. But I really am going to go. But look, love and acceptance and romance is coming some of your way. Love yourself hard until that person appears. Because that is actually in truth the only way the real person will appear. Basically, be very wary. If you think if you think you have met your twin flame, you're in a twin flame union, I would want to know what the whole story was behind that. Because look, I just picked up that card and I didn't see what it was, and it's life purpose. Because my life purpose is about helping people on the twin flame journey. So I'm always very wary when people are claiming they're in union. Doesn't mean that they're lying. Like, it's just I would want to know the backstory to know why are you the chosen ones that are in, you know what I mean? The people that will be in the real unions, they're going to have a fucker of a story, like book-worthy stories. If they've not got a book-worthy story and it's just like some random person you met on the internet, it's a bit of a boring backstory. Not the real one, trust me, it's not. Changing the wind, that's Aquarius full moon. You might think I sound like a bit of a dick saying that, but I'm standing by it. It is the truth. I've heard every twin flame story going, and they're all just as crazy and amazing as the next. Um, if that's not part of it, then I'd be suspicious. Um, I'm focused on my health, need to work more on my morning routine. All right, so so let me know other people on watching the replay, but I'm going to go because I actually need to go and eat. I thought actually not eating before might have enticed me to not go over the time, but it didn't. I just love hanging out with you that much. So like I said, this energy is very intense. Take on what it was saying about the grounding, even if you're not at the specific bits of what I'm picking up one with different masculines. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck, I didn't know where those cards were. I think they want me to, because they're funny too. I'm gonna end with a Cali card, but they want me to shuffle these. So this is a message from one of the masculines that wanted to get a message in before I go. Silence, yeah. And I think, look, silence and I miss you. And I think this is because the energy is so intense. So just take the time to meditate if you can. I am sorry for my silence. I just needed a break and now I don't know how to reach out to you again. If it's been like 10 years or something, that's hilarious. Sorry. What else to be said? That's kind of funny. I'm afraid you won't let me back. I know it's been a long time since we haven't spoke, but trust me, my love, I missed you so much during this time and I'm finding my way back. She said, oh my God, I can't. That's so in line with all the things about wait for me, blah, blah, blah. I miss you. I miss everything about you today. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I'm missing everything. Remember how we connected physically over our lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me. Wherever I go, I search for you everywhere. And passion is behind that, oh, in karmic battles. You excite me on every level. The heat is rising between us. This intensity for my desire for you. I want you. I want your body, mind, and soul. We will be one. Sacred union. Merge, soul merge. It will be unlike anything we've experienced before. I have a lot of passion for you. You're such a passionate, magnetic queen. I feel drawn to you. I did say that at some point. Karmic battles. I think they're giving you a bit of an insight into what folk are going through. Um, Karmic battles. I'm releasing what no longer serves me. Please be patient with my process of growth and change as I come into my power. I'm making sure that everything's alignment so I can be with you. I'm severing my ties with karmic situation and completing cycles. Wow. That's quite crazy. Enjoy your nourishing food. Thank you, Charlotte. I will. I'm a bacon roll, but I mean, it's like that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I'm having. So then I need to get on that fucking running machine. I don't know about how soon after, but right, right. So the Cali card, because like I said, it did feel like very strong energy. Vishvanmata. Although you may be in circumstances you would prefer not to be at this time, you're actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring. When the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated, these circumstances will give way to a more favourable situation. Wow, that's about that. Some of the karmic battles, whatever that means for people, whether this is a romantic karmic present, romantic karmic ex, romantic, not karmic friends, karmic family, karmic whoever, karmic people you don't know very well too. Sometimes strangers can, sometimes that, I don't know where that must be a thing for someone too. But whatever it, a karmic battle with yourself, whatever it is, you know, you're like, why the fuck is this happening? But especially with Mercury retrograde, that can always throw up really confusing conundrums for you to work out and tests, and definitely tests of your own shadow, your own ego, other people's ego. It's kind of like, I feel you get thrown a lot of tests to see whether you're going to like um fall for it again, like be too reactive. So just, stay grounded with it and try and sort of sit with what this is all about. Could stuff be going on with the other person, blah, 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 blah. It depends what we're talking about here, but just, I feel this message is about people, you're going through the lessons. What do I say all the time in personal sessions, right? Or when I channel this? You're going through what you're meant to be going, your soul chose to go through at this time, no matter how difficult it may be. And I know that's very difficult for some people to hear, and you might want to throw things at the laptop or the phone right now, but your soul chose to go through what's going through right now. And especially if you like, that's why I get so passionate about the twin flame journey. It really fucks me off. I was about to say irks, but it does really fuck me off when some people that have not been enduring the huge painful separations as long as others talk about it as if they're the be all and end all, when it's very disrespectful to other people that have endured, 3 and 4 times longer than whoever's talking about that. And then it always turns out with these people that got it wrong about whoever their fucking person was. Like, sorry, I've seen that about fucking 10 times over the years too. So if you are somebody that's like myself, that you know who your twin flame is, you've been on this a long time, you've been through a ride that's like heaven and hell, just know that I do see you. I see you and I feel you, even if you're not out here doing what I'm doing. And I just hope that I can, I don't know, bring some sort of justice for you by doing this. Before I'd healed that, I used to be like, why me? Why do I have to do it? Or why do I have to talk about the injustice and blah, 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 blah. And then I educated myself more about my own astrology, my own soul's blueprint, and yes, what I'm here to do for the twin flames, and I accepted it. So if you need help accepting who you are and what you're here to do in the world, then my gift is help you find yours. And oh my God, it's 1441. So it's obviously meant to end right now. That won't happen every day, but I'll be interested to watch this back. But that's meant to be. Look at my hair. I've turned into an 80s pop star in the time that we've been talking. Anyway, goodbye, my lovers. Goodbye, my friends. You have been the one. That's James Blunt. I hate that song. You're beautiful, isn't it? You're beautiful. You are beautiful. I'm beautiful, but I need to go and fucking sort out this frizz bob hair and get my bake roll. So I'll speak to you later, or I'll speak to you very soon if you're one of the people I need to have a session with, which actually isn't for hours. So I'm going to go and chill until 8 o'clock, I believe it was. But I'm going to try and film a video in between that time too. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I mean, that volume, by the way, I've got volume here. I've got volume shampoo and conditioner. And holy fuck, has that done its job? I'm actually kind of, maybe I should just leave this. Do you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I should just leave it. I think I should work with that. I think I should work what my mama gave me. Quite literally, my mum's got very curly hair. Right. See you later. No, wait a minute. Stop the live stream. That's not how I stop it. I meant to stop the Zoom. Oh no, I am on the Zoom. Right. I need to go get something to eat. See you later, guys.